everybody, it's Colleen from Traverse Area District Library Team Services, and I am here today to show you guys how to make DIY bath bombs using our take-home kits. We like to do crafts over the summer, and usually we would do them in-house so you guys could come do them with us. However, we all know COVID has different plans, so we hope that you guys can have some fun and do some crafts at home. In the kits, you have everything that you need to do your bath bombs. So I'm going to kind of go through the ingredients with you. Have mica powder, which is a soap-safe colorant. Give your bath bomb a little bit of sparkle and color. Baking soda, which is the first half of the reaction that makes bath bombs fizz. Baking soda is a base, so it acts as the first half of our reaction. Citric acid. Citric acid is actually used to make a lot of sour candy sour, like Sour Patch Kids and things like that. But it also acts as a weak acid to combine with your baking soda to make that fizz. Cornstarch is a thickening agent. You can find it, use it in foods, probably find it in your cabinet at home. Epsom salt is used in a lot of bath products. It's a salt that's used to kind of soothe your skin. And then a coconut oil, essential oil water mixture. Coconut oil is used for lotions, for cooking, for a lot of different things, but it's very good for your skin. Essential oil gives the bath bomb its nice smell. And then just a little bit of water just to kind of thin things out if we need to. It also comes with the silicone cupcake mold to form your bath bomb in. And then from home, all you would need is something small to mix in, a fork, and maybe a little bit of extra water just in case. Alright, so what I usually do is I start with the mica powder and the cornstarch. Mica powder is pretty fine and it's colored, so it tends to stick to the outside of the container. So I add the cornstarch into the mica powder and make a mess in the process, because why not? Put the lid on and kind of shake it up a little bit. Get all of that powder color kind of redistributed back in there. So get a nice pink powder there for your bath bomb. So that can go right in your container. We'll add our baking soda, our base in our reaction, our citric acid, the acid in our reaction. Now, if you guys ever made the volcanoes when you were a kid with vinegar and baking soda, this is the same idea. However, because all of our ingredients right now are dry, we don't have a reaction until liquid is added. Epsom salts, nice soothing addition. And then last but not least, our coconut oil. But before we do that, you want to kind of mix up, make sure everything in there is combined. Get as few lumps and bumps as you can. That baking soda and cornstarch tends to clump up a little bit. Not an exact science, doesn't have to be perfect. Just enough that everything is kind of combined and there's no big lumps or big chunks of baking soda or cornstarch that you can see. So, like so. Alright, now the last ingredient, your coconut oil, essential oil, water. Now this is in a solid form when you get it, more than likely. It melts at a pretty low temperature, but you do have to melt it before you put it in your bath bomb. I threw this in the microwave for 10 seconds. I wouldn't do much more than that, but just enough to get it melted, or even just leave it outside in the heat for a few minutes and it should do the same thing for you. Once you microwave that, I kind of shake it up, make sure everything is combined, and then you add it a very, very small amount at a time. If you add it too fast, it actually starts your reaction ahead of time. So a little tiny bit at a time, and then stir it in. And then a little more, and stir it in. It should kind of start clumping up and turn a little darker in color because we're adding some liquid to it. Last little bit. Now, we do add a little bit of water to this for you, but evaporation happens. So, if you need to add a little more water, it should be kind of the consistency of like sand at the beach. It should clump together, but it shouldn't be wet necessarily. I think, yeah, probably need a little bit more water. So I usually just add literally just a few drops at a time with my hands. Mix it in. Remember that water is going to start your reaction, so we don't want to add too much at once. Just a couple drops, just enough to make sure we can kind of stick it all together. Still think it needs a little more. Ooh, that should be plenty. Alright, add a little too much there. Got some fizz, but that's alright. If it gets a little too wet, that's okay. It just takes a little bit longer to dry, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, so give us a good mix, get all those corners out, and then as you can see, it's starting to clump together into a chunk. So that means we are at a good point. So take your silicone mold and add it a little at a time. I usually add just a little portion of it. And I like to use one of the containers and kind of smash it down with the bottom of one of those containers. Gives you a nice surface to work on and a little extra leverage. Add a little bit more. Smash it down. Now if you have a cupcake tray, it makes it a little easier to work in because you can put this right in the cupcake tray and it gives you a little more solid surface, but I don't have one. It works okay without it. Just if you've got it at home, it might make your job a little bit easier. All right, add the last little bit of my mixture here. A little crumbly on top. I'm gonna add a little bit more water just to stick it a little bit better. All right. Push it down all around. Use my hands, kind of get in there at the end, get it all stuck in. Doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of packed in and solid as we can get it. You can work it with your hands a little bit and then go back to the cup if that works better for you. When you're done, should be a kind of solid puck of bath bomb. So, let this dry in a cool, dry place. I say cool and dry because the first time I made one of these, I put it out in the sun to dry, which is a mistake. It actually started my reaction prematurely, so when I went to check on it, it was all fizzed up and fizzed over, and when I threw it in the water, it actually had already kind of started the reaction, so I didn't get a whole lot of fizz out of it. So it's best to keep this inside in a nice, cool, dry place. I let mine set for at least 24 hours. The one that I am going to show you in the video was like 3 or 4 days. And that really gave me a good reaction. It was nice and solid when I took it out of the cupcake holder. So the longer you can wait, the better, but at least 24 hours is going to give you a nice solid bath bomb. So enjoy, guys. Let it sit. Have a nice warm bath. Go drop your bath bomb in and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So thank you, guys. Hope you enjoy. Let's take it out of our wrapper, and it's already fizzing in the water. This looks like a good one this time. Oh, much better. Well, it's just a little bit of warm water, and as you can see, that reaction is definitely happening now.